The black wave closes in. Also, this music is really cool. I like this track. Oh, this is a good track. It's actually helping me kind of get over Saber's death a little bit. Not much, but spreading its arms to block its prey's escape, it attacks as a tidal surge. Oh, wow. That is pretty badass. I like that. The golden light forbids the giant's existence. 6 already. Rin has cut down the endless barrage of dark curses. Damn! That's actually really impressive. Good job, Rin! Surprise one is Mato Sakura, the master of the shadows. Wait, do we get Saber's true name because she used Excalibur? No. I thought we would. I wonder how Ryder's doing. We'll probably see once we get back to her. Each of the black giants is a match for the noble phantasms wielded by servants. It's just how OP that sword is. And remember, Shirou's the one who projected that. For Tosaka Rin, even one giant should be an avatar of an unescapable death. She has struck down 6 already. She killed every one of them with a single blow. And running up the cliff now, she eliminates the 7th with one stroke of her dagger. This track is amazing. Wait, I just realized what it is! It's the VN opening! Oh, that's awesome! Ooh, Zweihander, that's an awesome sword. The gem sword blazes with light. The colorless blade emits 7 prismatic colors. Extraordinary powers surging from its core. That's dope-ass CG, I love that. And I just gotta bask in this. A moment of levity, you know, just a moment of pure hype. Now this is pretty based. Now this is actually like a Rin moment I'm actually enjoying a lot right now. This is some good shit. I like this. It bathes the cavern in bright golden light. Ooh. Destroying the last of the shadows in her way, Sakura reaches the top of the cliff. Mato Sakura stands before her. The black girl stares with surprise at her older sister's arrival. I know, it's... that I couldn't imagine to her what that would be like, because her power is insane. So that's gotta stink for her. At the sound of her voice, numerous shadows rise up. Their number is incomparable to before. Is it Sakura's impatience, or did the things behind her sense the risk to their master? The magical energy emitted against the mere human called Tosaka Rin is over 100 million in numerical value. And this is really like a fucking power level jump. Big jump. Oh, just destroy that. This is awesome. I'm loving this. The greatest servant, the lightest saber's noble phantasm, Excalibur. Really? It's that like similar to it? That's amazing. So that's why that sword was made. I mean, Kind of a different teacher.
バカにしないで。だってそうでなくっちゃ説明が。説明も何もない。これはセイバーの宝剣のコピーでもないし、影殺しの魔剣でもない。これはね、さくら、遠坂に伝わる宝石剣でゼルレッジっていうの。ゼルレッジ？あきれた。ゼルレッジの名前も知らないのね。なんか説明するのもバカらしくなってきたけど、まあ要するにあなたの天敵よ。今のあなたは魂を永久期間にして魔力を生み出す第三魔法の出し損ない。そして私は無限に連なる平行世界を旅するじいさんの模造品、第二魔法のコピーキャットってこと。
How thematic. That's really thematic. I like that. A flash from the blade. Light traces the dagger's swing, obliterating Matosakura's guardian shadows. Not only that, light and heat like those of a miniature Excalibur send rumbles through the cavern. It's a pure contest of magical energy. What kind of magic? No, sorcery was used. Sakura has a stock of magical energy equal to that of Matosakura.
近づくまでもないわね。こっちはこう見えても飛び道具だし、あんたは影にもどっちかの力が尽きるまで打ち合いをするのも悪くないわ。まあ、あんまり続けたら私たちより先にこの洞窟が崩れそうだけど。
Man, it's like a master sword. I love it.
そんな打ち合いなんて、それも嘘です。姉さんにはもうこれっぽっちも魔力なんて残っていない。その剣が何であれ、もう次の攻撃なんてできないはず。
Oh man.
そうならやってみましょう。いいからかかってきなさい、さくら。あなたが何をしてきても私には届かない。
Wow.
荒領事だけど、まあ授業料って思って諦めるのね。ちょっと強くなったからってわがまま放題したこと後悔させてあげるから。
I know this is like kind of weird, but like I feel like you can really tell by the tone of Tosaka's voice that this is more. She doesn't have the same cold enmity in her voice. This is kind of like a sisterly lesson to her. Like I feel like this is kind of like just a normal sisterly rivalry, but she's truly trying to teach Sakura an invaluable lesson of not letting this power go to her head. Interesting. I mean, I kind of interpret it like that. I do. I do interpret it like that. Because why else would she be saying this? And there's no coldness in her voice. It sounds like she's genuinely talking to her sister here, not to just an enemy that she's going to kill. I mean, there is Tosaka's pride, yes, but I think there's more to it than that. This is badass. I love it. It's cool that every character's gotten to shine so much, man. It's cool that Tosaka got to have one really cool fight in this game. Seriously, she's always helped out in fights, but to have her own unique one is pretty based. Sakura can understand what's happening. Now she summons the shadows out of fear, but the sword of light mercilessly eliminates them. Sakura's frightened and confused. That's why she doesn't notice. Sweat on Tosaka's forehead. Yeah, she's getting tired. The high cost of using the gem sword, which shreds the muscles in her arm with each oh. She's actually pulling a Shirou right now. I really respect that. That's awesome. She truly learned that from Shirou, definitely. Definitely inspired her for this. Light purges the attacking shadows, but their powers are not equal. Sakura and Matosakura, the difference in their power is still the same. Matosakura's stock of magical energy reaches 1 trillion. Dude. That's an unimaginable number. As it cannot be used within a lifetime, it can be called an infinite supply.
私は誰よりも強くなってもう誰にも叱られなくなった。なのにどうしていきなりそんな都合よく私に追いつくんですか。姉さんの魔力じゃ私に飲まれるしかないのに。
It makes sense why she wants to be stronger than everybody, because Shinji and especially Zoken proved to her that they were stronger than her. And what did they have over her was the ability to do whatever they wanted and to treat her however they wanted. That desire arising from this darkness within her makes complete sense. And she's always been jealous of her sister, not only because of the easier life that she's had. Tosaka had a hard life, yes, but in retrospect it was easier. And the fact that she's always had this insecurity of Rin coming in place of Shirou for her. Everything compounding into that extreme jealousy and hatred for the ideal that she wishes to be. She wants to be strong like Tosaka and not a coward. Someone who can muster up the strength to do whatever, say whatever is on their mind, do whatever is on their mind. To see this happen, even after she's obtained the strength, completely denies her whole... It denies a large part of her existence, really, because this is her whole purpose, and even at this point with the strength, it's not enough. It's sad, really.
それが間違いだっていうのよ。いくらデタラメな貯蔵があったってそれを使うのは術者でしょ。わかる？どんなに水があったって外に出す量は蛇口の大きさに左右される。
Very, very accurate.
マトウサクラっていう魔術回路の瞬間放出量は1000弱。
Yeah, which is a lot, but comparatively to the actual number she has, yeah.
ならどんなに貯蔵があっても一度に放出できる魔力は私とさして変わらない。
Yeah, the only problem is Tosaka will give out faster, but she's not going to let that happen.
だから私が用意するのはあんたと同じ貯蔵量じゃなく毎回1000程度の魔力でいい。そんなバカみたいに肥大した魔力なんて持っていても宝の持ち腐れよ。
Damn, this is actually awesome. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. The line of light is swung. If 1,000 light is smashed against 1,000 shadow, powers will certainly cancel each other. Yeah, it makes sense. But Tosaka Rin's magical energy doesn't even reach 100. Contradiction. It doesn't need to be said that her sword creates a competition that should not be possible. It is imitating a sorcery. Oh, that's a badass. That is a badass CG. I love it. That's awesome. The sword of light releases 1,000 units of magical energy with each attack and replenishes even more. It's not using Tosaka's Rin's magical energy. She's merely collecting the mana and saturating this cavern and releasing it through the gemstone. Nice! Ode is the energy within a magus, while mana is energy within the air. It's self-evident which is stronger. As Rin is inferior to Sakura, the only thing she can rely on is the mana in the air. True, the mana in this cavern reaches 1,000. It would only be once, but with the mana's help, she would be able to eliminate a giant. But there would be nothing left after that. Air holds a finite amount of power. Just as with humans, when the mana runs out, it takes a long time to be replenished. Tosaka Rin can only oppose Mato Sakura once in this world. But, that being the case, consider for a moment. What if another cavern existed here? That would mean she could oppose her enemy one more time. And what happens if something can make that if into reality? That is some sorcery level shit, dude. Parallel worlds. It's reaching mana through parallel worlds? I mean, it makes sense because, you know, confirmatively that all the timelines are, canonically possible. Like, every timeline happens, just in different world lines. So yeah, that's dope. That is pretty cool. I like it. What will happen if one can open a hole into a parallel world and pull out the unused mana from the cavern there? That's dope. I love the explanation for that.
その歪み、聖杯と同じ。まさか姉さん。そう、よそから魔力を引っ張ってるのはあんただけじゃない。けど勘違いしないでよね。 私のはそんな無駄に増えたもの
It's
じゃない。
really cool. It's just amazing.
私はあくまで並行して存在するここから魔力を拝借してるだけ。
So far, this has been an amazing finale. I'm trying to avoid the fact that Saber just died like that. I'm just trying to focus on this. Trying to feel better. Just a little bit, but
合わせ鏡に映った無限の平行世界から毎回一戦ずつ魔力を集めて力任せに切り払ってるのよ。
she's had to have destroyed a few dozen of these. The girl drawing in a massive supply from the Great Holy Grail gasps.
そんなデタラメ。分かったさくら。そっちが無尽蔵ならこっちは無制限ってこと。
It's yeah. Gemsword Zetarech. It's a miracle that makes a path in between infinite parallel worlds. That's the sword's only ability. An equipment that creates a small opening too small for humans to pass and looks into another possible world. The dagger has no function to amplify magical energy, nor does it have the power to create energy when swung. But its sole ability is enough. She merely needs to pull unused magical energy from the next cavern after she uses up the energy in this one. She can move on to the next one after that, then the next after that, then the next, and the next, and the next. There's no end to the parallel worlds. The possibility of opposite mirrors are infinite. Therefore limitless. Even if Rin's capacity is only 1,000, it doesn't matter. Oh, that is so cool, man. I want one of those swords. I wish I had this dagger. Sword, whatever. They keep switching the name for it, but an inexhaustible supply and an infinite supply. Because the power of their magic circuits are equal, the two magi are equal. It is really cool. Like, this battle of the sisters. I'm really enjoying this. Especially when they ham it up that they're equals right now. Just in different ways of drawing power. Another rumbling echoes through space. Rin's gemsword not only destroys the shadows, its excessive force slowly brings the cavern toward its collapse. Uh-oh. When that happens, the altar in the Great Holy Grail will be destroyed as well. Mata Sakura will lose if she continues fighting. Even if she attacks until Sakura Rin tires, the room will cave in shortly thereafter. Uh-oh, she's got to do something different. The shadows stop. She must finally understand the origin of her enemy's power. Gasping for breath, Sakura glares at her oldest sister.
何度やっても同じよ、さくら。あなたが手に入れた力なんてその程度。舞い上がってた頭もこれで少しは冷えたでしょ。ふざけないで。そんなの不公平です、姉さん。姉さんばっかり。どうして？
The battle continues. Mato Sakura keeps screaming, even though she knows it's useless, as she's pushing herself into a corner, along with the grudge she kept inside for a long, long time.
そうです。私は姉さんが羨ましかった。
Yeah, she finally can sell it to her straight.
遠坂の家に残って、いつも輝いていて、苦労なんて一つも知らずに育った遠坂凛が憎らしかった。
What she's doing isn't right, but her hatred, I think, is very, very understandable.
だから勝ちたかった。一度ぐらい、一度でいいから、姉さんにすごいって褒めてほしかったのに。なのにどうして、そんなことも許してくれないんですか?
Oh man. Sakura's VA's performance just gives me the feels every time she just reads a line. Is Sakura being childish? Yes, she's being childish. But she's being human. This is all human shit. The older sister slashes away the oncoming shadow. Like, I genuinely think to snap her out of this would be Rin to acknowledge her. Maybe? I mean, that feels too power of friendship saves the day, but I think it would work in this case. Really, I do. The older sister slashes away the oncoming shadow. Grating her teeth, she catches a glimpse of her sister's mind.
どうしてですか? 私は違ったのに。同じ姉妹で同じ家に生まれたのに、私には何もなかった。
I'm sorry, Sakura. I hope that most people do have sympathy for this. Honestly, I don't. She didn't choose to be born. She didn't choose to be adopted into the Mato family. She didn't choose for a lot of this to happen. There were choices later on that were her fault and are undeniably sins that she's going to bear for the rest of her life. But so much of this she didn't choose for herself.
あんな暗い虫蔵に押し込まれて、毎日毎日おもちゃみたいに扱われてた。人間らしい暮らしも、優しい言葉もかけられたことはなかった。
Oh my god. It just... that voice acting hurts. The hatred. The hatred is not directed at her older sister, but...
死にかけたことなんて毎日だった。死にたくなって鏡を見るのなんて毎日だった。でも死ぬのは怖くて、一人で消えるなんて嫌だった。
Oh, fuck. Oh, that hits different. Oh god, I need a minute after that. I'm glad that she's able to vent this. I really am. Still reinforcing this idea. The truth is she hates herself more than anything else in the world. But there's that selfishness that wants the desire to live. I guess this is human will in a way. But fuck, man. It's so sad.
だって私にはお姉さんがいるって聞かされてた。私は遠坂の子だからお姉さんが助けに来てくれるんだってずっとずっと信じていたのに。
Oh. Oh god. I never considered that.
なのに姉さんは来てくれなかった。私のことなんて知らずにいつも綺麗なまま笑ってた。惨めな私のことなんて気にせず遠坂の家で幸せに暮らしていた。どうしてですか？同じ姉妹なのに同じ人間なのにどうして姉さんだけそんなに笑っていられるんです？
Good lord. I guess I'm just too sympathetic and understanding. I really get her plight here. That sadness in her eyes is so hurtful in my soul, man. Her hatred isn't directed at her older sister. It's a blind plea to herself and the world. Yeah, exactly. She hates the world and herself more than anything. The world for allowing her to be born into it and forced into the situation against her own will, and herself for not having the courage to do anything about it. Not having the courage to end her own life or strike back against Zoken or anything. It makes sense that she puts the blame on herself.
人間をやめたですって当然です。私はもうずっと前から人間扱いされてこなかった。目も髪も姉さんとは変わっていって細胞の隅々までマキリの魔術師になるよう変えられた。
Yeah, it's like you say I quit being human. I haven't been a human in the first place. I was treated like an object. And it's the truth. I still really like how the in-game lore reason for her purple hair and eyes is because of the Mato shit.
11年です姉さん。マキリの教えは鍛錬なんてものじゃなかった。あの人たちは私の頭の良さなんて期待してなかった。体に直接刻んでただ魔術を使うだけの道具に仕立て上げた。苦痛を与えれば与えるほどいい道具になるって笑うんです。
I'm absolutely loving every second of this because Sakura deserves to vent this out to Rin. She's held this inside of her for 11 years through this suffering. She deserves to just get this out. Oh. Ugh. Disgusting. Oh, Lord have mercy. Come on. She's crying, but Rin slashes away the shadows without a word. Yeah. God, man. Jesus, that's... I'm so sorry, Sakura. Her oppressed soul, her irreparable body, and... Oh, this is heavy. Good, wow, just wow. Every word that she reads, it just hits me. I gotta say, Sakura's VA is definitely one of the best in this VN. Like, I'm talking top 3. She's had some of the most raw voice acting. It is perfect. I know people are gonna fundamentally disagree with this, but I agree with it. Never was her choice in the first place. She didn't choose to be born. She didn't choose to become a monster. At the end of the day, what she did is wrong. No one can detest that. It's just that it's unfortunate that her life was led to that direction, but...
だからどうしたっていうの？それ。
The fuck did you just say? Damn, I guess it's everybody that hates Sakura's opinion. I just, it's worse though, because it's coming from her sister. Fucking fantastic. He doesn't feel for her at all. Not a single word of sympathy.
そういうこともあるでしょう。泣き言を言ったところで何が変わるわけでもないし、化け物になったのならそれはそれでいいんじゃない？
Her initial statement is true. Things like that do happen. That's not like crying will change. Yes. I don't know about that. You're gonna have to elaborate on me about that last part.
だって今は痛くないんでしょ、あんた。
Cruel approval. The girl's cries did go a bit too far, but they were just asking for warmth. But Ren denied it. She says it's right to be a monster, saying it's because she was weak. Her always perfect sister tells her the hard truth.
姉さんがそんなだから。
It might be hypocritical, man. Rin's a very flawed human, just like Sakura's a flawed human. I cannot get behind that shit. I am too empathetic of a person to just say that that's cool. It's not cool. Unless this is some master plan to get Sakura to freak out and that she can save her. I don't know, man. That felt very truthful. The shadows boil up. The girl who only seconds ago was about to abandon the fight under pressure from her sister gives form to her curse and her despair.
じゃあ私からも一つだけ言っておくわ。私、苦しいと思ったことは一度もなかった。大抵のことはさらっと受け流せてたし、どんなことだってうまくこなせた。だからあんたみたいに追い込まれることもなかったし、追い込まれる人間の悩みなんて興味なかった。そういう性格なのよ、私。あんまり他人の痛みがわからないの。
There are people that exist like that. I guess the point is that she was born that way. You know, that's kind of a whole theme in this game. Still, it's not exactly that great. Makes me a little salty.
だから正直に言えば、さくらがどんな辛い思いをして、どんなにひどい日々を
That's fair. I do think that latter part's fair.
悪いけど理解しようとも思わないわ。
It's impossible to understand the pain. That part I can agree with. Concise words, she's not lying, yeah. Just tells her younger sister the truth.
けどさくら、そんな無神経な人間でもね、私は自分が恵まれているなんて一度も思えたことはなかったけど。
It's a matter of perspective. Yeah, to yourself you're not exactly blessed, but to Sakura you were. And it's kind of a cycle. We all think that someone's blessed, but in that person's mind they aren't, etc., etc. She looks straight at her. She stares back at Mato Sakura with all emotion contained in her words. She cannot understand. What did just say? Wow, she's so angry she can't even remember. She can't even, like, fathom that that's her own sister at this point. I wasn't blessed either. Hatred dyes her brain red. She must be fooling around, saying such convenient things now. Shut up. She's about to lose her mind. She's about to break down. Her sister has never looked at her. Please tell me this is just a ploy to save her, for the love of God. She showed off her great talent and happiness. Shut up. She never liked or hated me. I wanted everything from her but received nothing. It says she's still pure and clean. Shut up, Nei-san. I won't forgive you. God, her voice acting is splendid. Don't need you anymore. Wow. Wow. The girl screams as if denying her inner darkness. That's the last resistance Tosaka Rin could manage. She makes the decision she's been postponing. She wanted to wait for Emi Shirou as long as she could, but she can't postpone it any longer. Fuck. Was that the right way to postpone it? Like, you could have been... I don't know, dude. No. First of all, it was a mistake to entrust Shirou with her problem. It's Tosaka Rin's weakness against Maho Sakura.
Sakura?
Rin calls out to her calmly as if saying hello. That instant, Tosaka Rin finishes the battle.
Sakura?
Okay, weapon screen updated. She calls out and throws it. Her strongest weapon. She throws the sorcerer's inheritance. Oh god, what's gonna happen, please? The whole cavern is filled with light. Explosion. In the act of its own destruction, the miraculous gemstone erases all shadows. She runs. She runs straight at Mato Sakura. Sakura can't move, wincing from the light. Tosaka, do the right thing. I know the right thing is to kill her, but come on. That's your sister. No matter how much power she has, she's still inexperienced in battle. So it's easy to beat her once she sets her mind to it. So Sakura quickly closes in. She runs. She grasps another dagger hidden behind her back. Sakura can't react. It seems she's realized she's going to be killed, but it's too late. She's got her. She thrusts the dagger to finish her off.
ダメだこれ。
Oh, okay. Please be serious. And realizes her own defeat. I'm dead. She understands the dagger will pierce her heart before she can dodge it. Her body tries to counterattack, but it won't make it in time. There's no fear. She's used to being hurt by others. Thinks it's natural that Rin is the one doing it. But she doesn't like getting hurt, and dying scares her, so she closes her eyes. She sighs with relief. After all, when she dies, the pain will end. But there's no pain, and the end doesn't come. Warmth fills her instead. The instant she realizes what it is, Mato Sakura regains her sight. Oh, there's blood. Warm human blood flowing from the stomach. The blood's flowing out of her older sister, whose arms are firmly wrapped around. Oh god. Firmly wrapped around her. That's all she wanted. Thank you. Rin, thank you. The girl asks why. Rin was definitely faster. She could have killed her. But she stopped her dagger at the last second.
Shirouのことは言えないな、私も。
A faint voice. It's the voice she's always dreamed of. The voice of Tosaka Rin that's relentless but warm and kind. Rin thinks to herself, it's nothing special. She just realized when it counted the most. Right when she saw Sakura up close, she realized she couldn't kill her. Great, this is cry number 2 of this fucking session. There's gonna be probably like 3 more, man. She's dumbfounded. Her foolishness must be absolute if she doesn't realize it until the very last moment. She should have realized it earlier. But Rin's convinced that it can't be helped.
でもしょうがないわよね。
This is perfect. Thank you. There's just a little bit of happiness in this game. Just a little bit, you know?
私、だらしのないやつを見てるとほっとけないしさ。きちんとした仕組みが大好きだから、頑張ってるやつには頑張った分だけ報酬がないと我慢ならないし。
First of all,
さくらのことが好きだし、いつも見ていたし、いつも笑っていてほしかったし。私が辛ければ辛いほど、あんたは楽できてるんだって信じたかった。
That's beautiful. That's the truth. Because the thing is, even if Sakura had it harder, Rin did have it hard too. And she didn't know. So she wanted her to have had it better and to be smiling. That's sad how they both... Their perspectives of each other were so fucking... God damn it, man.
それだけで苦しいなんて思う暇すらなかったんだから。
She embraces Sakura with love, a once-in-a-lifetime embrace between sisters. She softly embraces her sister who pierced her stomach, and holds her there like a treasure. It's all she wanted. Her warmth fades. There's no complaint. What? Tosaka Rin regrets not her death, but her inability to save her. You're kidding me.
ごめんね。こういう勝手な姉貴で。
Why do they do this to me? What is I don't want to. Why do I have to read this, man?
それと、ありがとう。そのリボン、ずっとつけていてくれて、嬉しかった。
Oh god. Thank you, Nasu. It was worth it. I tried not to throw Rin under the bus. I tried not to let my emotions get the best of me, but god damn it, man. That was profoundly beautiful, even if it was so tragically sad. This route is so brutal to get through. I don't know anymore. The way disappears. It only lasted for an instant. Her older sister disappears along with the warmth.
けどね、さくら。そんな無神経な人間でもね、私は自分が恵まれているなんて一度も。
What kind of loneliness is contained in Sakura's words? Her agony for her alone. Nobody else can understand or relieve her. There's no such hypocrisy, and at the same time, what if the girl she admired felt her loneliness nobody could understand? That is true. Guess you just can't. It's hard to consider that, you know? What would happen then? She was her ideal. Someone brimming with confidence who had everything she wanted. What if her older sister were always bound by something just like her? Then, the one that's weak, the one at fault isn't her world, but her, a coward who couldn't look up. And there were people who clumsily loved her. Okay. That doesn't sting at all. That doesn't make me fucking sad at all. Thank Christ I didn't have tissue, so I brought fucking napkins. Yay, at least my eyes are dry now. Awesome. Okay, fucking just kill me at this point. Genuinely just fucking end this at this point. Like, this is too much for me, dude. This is some actual fucking pain. Ugh. Where did she go wrong? She had everything. Everything she wanted was actually right there in front of her. They loved her and embraced her so kindly. She destroyed it all herself. Great, that's gonna force Angra's birth. So Shirou's still gonna have to fight. Honestly, I genuinely think Sakura might have the best voice acting in the game. I'm actually convinced. Like, this is some of the... Oh. Her hands are still frozen in place, trying to hug someone who's no longer there. The girl, what with her beloved sister's blood, starts to strongly curse herself. Sakura just can't catch a break because this game is fucking bullshit. Shirou can't even remember anything anymore. This whole finale is just one big clusterfuck of just agony. I hear sounds. A rumbling shakes the cave. The light and sound are still far off, but the cavern's creaking and trembling. It is a distant thunder. Suddenly realize that I can't recall when I've heard distant thunder. Wow. Oh no. The dagger in my hand crumbles away as Saber disappears. It must be because I eliminated a servant, a strong familiar. The Azoth sword to Sakura created while with all her magical energy crumbles away without a trace. I tighten the restraint on my left arm. I've used up most of the magical energy. What's left in Archer's arm and myself. Should be able to do more if I combine them, but I can only manage one more projection. I won't be able to suppress Archer's arm after that. It'll consume you. That's right. What happened to her? I get up. My body's stiff and rigid. Feels like my joints have turned into steel. I could probably repel bullets now. I can't walk well. I walk. Blood comes out. Something's coming out of my bent legs. Oh my god! I pretend not to notice. It feels like a metal pipe's protruding from my leg. I can manage to walk if I grab the swords are peeking out now, like they're protruding out of you. Something's making a sound in the distance. It sounds like something I heard a lot as a kid. It's probably still ingrained in my childhood memories. One gets curious about a lot of things as a kid. I walk to the wall, Ryder smashed, and you could just hear the blood. Ugh, gross. She's still there. She's covered in wounds with her magical energy almost completely depleted. She shouldn't be able to move for a while. I should have her rest. I murmur to Ryder and start walking. Oh, she's conscious. Unable to stand, she watches me in a daze. Ryder doesn't push herself. She knows she should start moving after she heals instead of pushing herself now. I could depend on her because she actually thinks ahead, unlike me. The rumblings are coming at shorter intervals now. There's no time to waste. I drag my wounded body and follow after Tosaka. The swords are cleaving through his body. This is unbearable. I'm breathing hard. I lean against the wall as I walk. I'm not making bad progress. My body's stiff, but it's nothing once I get used to it. Shirou, dude, your life's forfeit at this point. Something comes out of my mouth. I wipe it away and pretend nothing happened. My thigh muscle goes numb and I almost fall. Yep. It's just a little numbness. My pants leg is ripped from inside and I can see inside my body. Desperately, I look away and walk on. That's awful. I'm almost there. Warm wind hits my body. I slap my cheeks and start running. This is gonna be the final time he slaps his cheeks, ain't it? I burst out of the darkness. The familiar deserted land fills my vision. No, this isn't something I've seen. The thing didn't exist in Ilya's memory. There it is. The main cause of this ridiculous war. The guy who took Sakura from me. Pressure and unpleasantness hit my whole body. The breathing of life tells me it's about to hatch. A flash of light and a rumble. The light came from the top of the cliff, wreaking havoc on the cavern. I don't know what's going on, but such flashy things can only come from Tosaka. And that means... The distorted embryo looks at me, even though it has no eyes. There's no mistake about it. He wants to come out right this second, maybe because he doesn't like how Tosaka's raging around. But his body's not ready yet. His placenta is inside the black pillar. He can't come out until his body's completely formed. He's impatient because Tosaka's about to destroy the womb itself. That's why he wants his body completed even if it may be hurriedly built. He wants to be summoned into this world as a servant with a body. Okay, this line made me happy. This made me happy. Just for once, Shirou says the most based line in the game. And it's just like, fuck that. Like, I ain't letting that happen. Fuck that shit. That ain't happening. That's dumb. Why would I ever let something like that happen? That's dumb. Ah, that gave me a smile at least. I run. A desperate clash of light and shadow. Sakura. Once I'm close enough to tell that it's the battle between Tosaka and Sakura, the time in this cavern stops. I can only think of one possible cause of the great light. Nason. The childish cry of the world starts to quake. This isn't the destruction of the cavern walls by the light. This is destruction on a more fundamental level. The cavern is shaking because the giant's shadow is trying to come out. A chill runs up my spine. I get a bad feeling. Hearing Sakura's cry, I imagine the worst possible outcome. Oh god, Shirou's... I run. Panting frantically, I scramble up the cliff on all fours. The tremor doesn't stop. I hear a large boulder crash to the ground somewhere in the cavern. I don't care what's happening behind me. I run in desperation, covering myself in dirt. And my eyes are seared with the fact that I was too late. There's Tosaka's dead body. Yep. The ground's shaking. I can't see Tosaka's face, and she's lying face down. It looks like a large flower, fallen from its stem. Ow! My heart can't take this. I raise my face, backing away from Tosaka's blood-soaked body as if fleeing as... Sakura cursing her own existence. Sakura. Oh, Sakura.
私殺しちゃった。あんなに大切にしてくれてたのに。私姉さんを殺しちゃった。
Oh god. My heart just keeps breaking every moment I play. Sakura's voice isn't directed at me. She's rejecting everything. Her own body covered in Tosaka's blood. Her darkened self, the pillar connected to her. She's cursing everything with all her might.
私バカでした。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。こんなの辛いだけだった。ダメだって。負けるなって姉さんはずっと言ってくれてたのに。私バカだからわからなくて。先輩が信じてくれたのに裏切ってばっかりで。
There really just isn't anything to feel good about in this route. I don't know what to say. I don't have any meaningful things to say other than that's just profoundly sad, and there's nothing else I could say. The shadows binding Sakura, the black command spells binding Sakura's body.
もう戻れなくてダメやだもうこんなのはやだ
Oh god. This poor girl. Shirou. It's up to you, dude. Save her like you promised her. It's so sad about this regret. It always happens when it's too late, you know? She wishes she didn't ever become this form. She doesn't want to give birth to Anger anymore. She doesn't want any of this. It always happens when it's too late. She's refusing it. Sakura's refusing the shadow. She's hating herself, refusing the temptations from the shadow, and trying to kill herself. You... Oh, Lord. Shirou, you promised you wouldn't let her kill herself. You can do it, Shirou. I don't know how, but you can save her. But she can't. Sakura's necessary as a host for the shadow. It won't allow her to take her own life. Sakura's being torn apart by both the shadow and her own guilty conscience. So Tosaka won. Sakura regained her sanity. Yeah. Tosaka really pulled through, didn't she? God, I feel bad for just... I feel really bad. Tosaka chose her sister's life in the very end. I guess in the very end... I forget who said that quote. It's one of my favorite quotes. At the end of one's life is when you truly see the true a person's true self, or who they truly are, is at the end. And it's true. As much as she built up that gold facade, at the end she couldn't even do it. Wow. Sakura's Sakura. Her heart doesn't change no matter how much the shadow swallows her. I'm the one who made her like that. This would never have happened if I hadn't got scared back then and scolded her. I run to Tosaka. She's still breathing. It's too early to give up.
Sakura, Tosaka wa shindeinai.
Oh, look at her. Look at her face.
そうだ、死んでいない。まだ助かる。いや、どうあっても助けるんだ。俺とお前で助けなくちゃいけないんだ。そうだろ、Sakura.
Yes, work together. Let's save her. Pendant! 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 Oh my god, it's all coming together. The fact that we begun this game with it saving Shirou's life, and we're gonna end this game saving... God, Nasu's... I feel like I'm just stroking him off, but like, he's a god at writing, dude. Light returns to her eyes. The restraint of the shadow loosens a bit. Her eyes focusing on us, Sakura finally sighs with relief. Yeah, Angra wants to be born. He's not gonna allow it. And frantically tries to control herself. Covering Tosaka's body with my own, I receive the shadows blow on my back. It's okay, Sakura. That wasn't your fault. Angra's taking over your body. The shadows come up behind Sakura. Damn it! He's not alive yet, but his sense of danger is first class.
わかってる。往生際が悪いガキの仕業だ。桜を取られたくないってダダをこね始めやがった。待ってろ。すぐにぶん殴って桜から引き剥がしてやる。
Man, Shirou is just a true hero. Whenever he has that voice, you just know that it's always gonna be okay. Oh my god, it's this track. I start walking towards Sakura. The beginning of the game. God, this novel is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. I love this. This is so freaking cool. We're gonna save you. Like we sought out from the very beginning. I cannot imagine how badass this is. Just imagining Shirou walking up to her with just this wounded, battered body, bleeding everywhere, sword sticking out of him. And he's just taking it. And he's just walking towards her. It should have cut through my neck, but Sakura screamed and it missed. Clutching at herself, Sakura fights against it. Instead of disappearing, the shadows keep increasing in number. Just a little longer. Just a little longer, Sakura. We're almost there. We're gonna save you. She's crying. Sakura's crying. It's not because of the pain of the shadow swallowing her. She's crying for frustration because she can't suppress herself. That is so raw and real and... Oh, Lord. Another step. The shadow's lance graces my cheek. We promised to be your superhero. Another step. I put my right hand on my left shoulder.
私のことなんて忘れていいです。
Oh.
ちゃんとここで死にますから。一人でもちゃんと死にますから。私はこれ以上先輩に見られたくない。
Oh my god, my heart is numb. My heart is so numb. Like, I can't think of any other words in this stupid dictionary to describe how that makes me feel. That is so hard to hear. It's so hard to swallow. Good grief. Please. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna save you. The shadow's pressure gets stronger with each step. My advance is hurting Sakura's body and mind.
どうして言うこと聞いてくれないですか。先輩がそれ以上近寄るなら私だって我慢しません。先輩に殺される前に私が先輩を殺しちゃうんだから。
どうしても何もない。さくらをここから連れ出して遠坂を助ける。
Whenever
そう
Shirou
言っただろう、さくら。
Whenever Shirou just talks like that, you gotta believe this man.
まだ
Oh.
そんなことを言ってるんですか。先輩は
Wow.
やめてください。私は助かりません。いいえ、助かっちゃいけないんです。私は生きてちゃいけない人間だった。
Another step. The shadow hits my stomach. It didn't pierce me, it's just a strike. Sakura's intentionally trying to push me away.
ほら、見たでしょ先輩。私はこういう人間なんです。今さら外には戻れないし、この子も私を離してくれない。
This is genuinely one of the most, possibly the most emotional climax to a story I've experienced. Like, I'm not even kidding.
それに、もし
I
戻
know
れたところで
those sins will be there.
私
Yeah.
いっぱい人を殺しました。何人も何人も殺して、兄さんも殺して、おじいさまも殺して、姉さんも殺してしまった。そんな人間にどうしろって言うんです。奪ってしまったものは返せない。私は多くの人を殺しました。それでも生きていけって言うんですか、先輩は。
I see. She can't back out now. She's trapped by crimes she can't atone for. Just like you, Shirou. There's no salvation. Even if it wasn't Sakura's will, those actions will haunt her forever. Even if she's released from the shadow, the darkness will remain within her. But
当然だろう。奪ったからには責任を果たせ。さくら。
wow. It's just straightforward. I mean, yeah. I released the restraint on my left arm. Oh my god, another projection. The last time. I removed the red cloth that barely kept me alive. I feel faint. I have to go forward before I disappear. There are things I have to tell her.
そうだ。罪の所在も罰の重さも俺にはわからない。
Damn, did Archer's arm just block that? The shadow's lance toward my chest, shoulder, leg, left leg, and stomach. Clank. The shadows don't pierce me, but slide off with a spark.
けど守る。これから桜に問われる。
Yeah, we promised. We're gonna protect you.
たとえそれが犠牲でも好きな相手を守り通す。
Yeah.
ずっと理想に生きてきたんだから。
Is this gonna be the last time he gets to talk to her? Because I swear to God. I move forward. Sakura's right in front of me now.
嘘先輩体
It's irreparable now. Trace. On. I only think about one thing. I use every last ounce of my remaining magical energy for its projection. Rule breaker? Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn it, it's not in there! It can erase any fucking like binding spell, whatever. Yeah, it breaks all contracts. That's fucking genius. You guys can't see it, but I'm like just, my arms are in the air and my mouth is wide open. That is genius. The fucking rule breaker? Media's weapon of all things is what's gonna save her? I don't know how anyone could have predicted that shit. Can't see her face clearly. This is our last projection.
お仕置きだ。きついの行くから歯を食いしばれ。
I hear her gasp. Then, with a yes, Sakura holds out her chest, hoping this will be her punishment. Look at him.
帰ろう、さくら。そんな奴とは縁を切れ。
Oh my god, look at him! His entire body is breaking apart. The swords are ripping through his flesh. And yet he can still approach her with a smile. Dude, Shirou's the GOAT. Shirou is literally the greatest of all time. I love Shirou so much. Look at him. This is a goddamn hero. And I thrust it into her heart with a single breath. Yes. We did it. We stripped her. It's over. We saved her. Shirou's gotta be done for, right? She is released. The black command spell cloaking her body disappears. The contract breaker. A noble phantasm that nullifies all magic and negates the contract with a servant. Without taking Sakura's life, it destroys the contract that bound her. That's amazing. My vision isn't continuous. Sakura's alive. I don't know if it's reaction from being released, but she's lying on the ground like she's sleeping. Tosaka will make it too. She's not bleeding anymore. She has a legitimate magic crest. The crest is the crystallization of the Tosaka family's magic. They won't let their successor die even if she's unconscious. The Great Holy Grail is still there, dude. We gotta destroy it. If that was our final projection, this is the projection that destroys our body, right? The cavern is shaking. Angraminyu. A ridiculous curse called All Evils of the World is writhing. Damn. Even after losing its host, the Black Shadow hasn't disappeared. It has grown too large. It can come out without Sakura's help. It will emerge so long as the Great Holy Grail still exists. I'll destroy it. I'll destroy the giant magic circle, and the shadow along with it. Angraminyu's fetal activity is slowly destroying the cavern, but I don't think it'll die even if the cavern collapses. I have to destroy that thing here and now. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. I'll go as near it as I can, and attack it with great force. Angraminyu can't move as long as it's in the black fire. I'll cleave it in two before he can emerge. If there's anything capable of such a feat, it's the greatest noble phantasm I know of, Excalibur. His body's about to, his mind's collapsing, it's about to break. His body's on the brink of collapse. It's broken. My breathing stopped for a moment. There's about 100 meters to Angramanyu. It's fine. I can walk this distance. It's just one more time. One last projection, and it's all over. It's fine. I'll be able to do it. I'll finish this off. Take the two of them above ground and...
Shirou, 聞こえていますか?
Hi, Ryder. Someone taps my shoulder. Who is this? She can't possibly be a stranger. I know her. She looks dangerous, but I remember that she's trustworthy. Yeah. The only thing she can remember is Sakura, really.
助かった。遠坂と桜を連れて外に出られるか?
Shirou?
They're doing it, man. They're fucking doing it. I had a feeling from a long time ago that this would be just the end of this route. They kept setting it up. They kept setting it up, and it all comes down to this one sacrifice. If we punish Sakura for her sins, this is our punishment. For our sins. The long-haired woman stares at me for a few seconds.
それで、あなたは?
あれを閉じてから行く。すぐ終わるだろうけど、遠坂のキスは一刻を争う。桜だって、ここにいたらあいつの影響を受けるだろう。アンリマユとやらは、懲りずに桜をマスターにするかもしれない。
承知しました。桜とリンは私が運びます。安心してください。それだけの体力は回復してきたつもりです。
頼む。なんとか二人を連れて外に出てくれ。洞窟崩れ出してるだろ。くそ。あんたの足ならあんな落盤なんて問題じゃない。
The way he couldn't even remember the name Ryder there. Wow.
では、二人を安全な場所に運び次第、迎えに来ます。
ああ、それは頼もしいんだけど、二人の手当てを優先してくれ。
Yeah.
任せられるのはあんたしかいない。こっちはこっちで、とっとと逃げるから、遠坂を直してやってくれ。
Shirou is a true hero. I don't think this woman has any ability to heal people. I still have to entrust her with Tosaka's life.
必ず。ですがシロ、桜にはあなたとリンが必要です。それを肝に銘じておきなさい。私も桜を支えるのはあなたでなければ納得できませんから。急ぎます。ご分を。
The woman in black picks them up with ease and runs down the cliff. Weaving between the falling rocks, she hurries to the exit. I don't have to worry about them now. They'll be saved if I let her take care of them. So... now I just need to take care of one more thing. The beginning of all of this for Shirou. How fucking perfect is this for his end? To destroy what created him. My consciousness is breaking apart. A mere 100 meters becomes an impossibly vast expanse. It's only a matter of time before the cavern collapses. The ceiling's crumbling down and the ground is becoming a pile of rubble. My joints are stiff. It hurts to bend my limbs. My nerves are hot. Hundreds of blades are growing out of my body. An inescapable death by skewering. I am the bone of my sword. I already knew that. I can't believe that was just foreshadowed so long ago at the beginning of the game. The bone of my sword. Time bomb was activated when I used projection. The end has already been determined. I'm crumbling apart. I'll shatter if I continue. I'll shatter to pieces, like so many rocks on the ground. I'll still make it. My body's dying, but I won't lose myself for about a day if I stop now. Only a day's worth of life prolongation. Right now, I would love to have something so insignificant. Just a day, an hour, or even a minute. If I can live, I want to stay here as long as I can, no matter how miserable it may be. Can you guys understand this shit? Shirou has never wanted to live on his own measure. He never cared about his own life. He always was willing to throw away his own life. And at the end of this journey, all he would love is just to be able to live, even for just a little longer. That is so terribly sad. That's awful. Crack. Not outside, but inside. The nucleus accumbens in my cerebrum breaks. The part that administers the principle of behavior, the linkage to pleasure. The most important part of life. Life is the pursuit of pleasure. Without it, humans would become beasts. It's not convenient. I still want it. I want to keep my memory for as long as I can. But it's disintegrating. The pain of loss doesn't stop the memories from fading. I disappear the more I walk on. I won't make it. Even if I do make it there, I probably won't remember what I need to do. So I should stop here and wait for help. Yeah, the last thing we can remember is Sakura. But somewhere outside my body, there's a big reason.
Sakura, 花を見に行こう。
No! I hate this. You can't just say that. You can't just say that. So I have to fulfill my role. Time has stopped. There's no pain. I'm taking a whole day to make just one step. I forget how to breathe. There's no pain. I couldn't breathe if I had all day to do it. I can barely see, man. I can't even see through these tears. I lose the meaning. What was pain? Organic matter turns into inorganic substance. I manage to keep myself. I reach out for the wall to keep from falling. All the shards of my existence are gathered onto a tiny foothold. There's no way it'll support me. The foothold breaks. There's no principle of behavior. There's no meaning of behavior. There's no meaning of existence. I don't feel any fear. The meaning behind my existence disappears. I'm not alive anymore. My arms won't move for any reason.
Trace.
The final trace on. Words come out of my mouth. There's something still remaining even after language. Neopallium and cerebrum are lost. The body dies. The soul remains. Spinning the 8 verses, the load transmits from the body to the soul. And more meaning is... Enemy as Shirou dies. The standing figure is no different from the machine. It's programmed to swing the sword, but it's a corpse with no desire to move. But even without human intelligence, there are machines that weave many dreams in this world. There was a promise. Once winter's over, when it's spring, there's a recitation of words without meaning. The small hope that I remembered until the very end. To go see the cherry blossoms with Sakura. I can't do this. Oh my god. I can't hold it in. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I hate it. I can't. I can't do this. I don't. I don't. I. I mean, Shirou is legitimately fucking perfect. I can't even describe to you how much I love his character. Oh god. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I I I think Shirou has become my favorite protagonist in anything that I've read in my entire living experience. This sealed it for me. I didn't think it was possible, but my favorite protagonist of all time was Guts for the longest time. And while Guts is still tied to my heart, nothing ever takes Shirou away. Shirou is easily my fucking favorite protagonist I've ever seen in fiction before. What a perfect character. I hate this. I hate this. In his last fucking moments of life, he thinks about Sakura and his promise. In the in the last moments of his life, he doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to die. But the time bomb released. I'm gonna mute my mic so I can blow my fucking nose. Okay, I'm back. I just blowed my nose, and I could just wait to recover from this, but I'm just gonna get the epilogue over with. We finished Heaven's Feel. Sakura's alive. Rin's alive. We did it. We saved Sakura. But like we said, our sins. There was a price for the sins that we committed. And the price was our life. And I wake up. I don't feel tired, and my body and mind are refreshed.
先輩
Because that's the last memory she has. We should have been sleeping together, but he's not in the futon. I look at the clock and it's already 10 o'clock.
朝ごはん作りに行ったんだ
Ow. Ow. This is... Ow. Pretending to understand, I get up. I'm surprised by how light I feel. What's wrong? All he did was make love to me, but it feels like the chains have been removed from my limbs. My body burns with the heat as I recall what happened. I slept with Senpai last night. Senpai lost one of his arms after coming home from the forest, but everything's going to go well now. Oh great, so I can have Ryder do more. Nothing bad will happen now. Senpai and Nason are here, everything's going to turn out fine. A bad dream. Why did I dream about the worst possible outcome?
先輩
The wind feels good. The porch is filled with light, and walking here lightens my heart. My body feels light as a feather. Maybe I lost some weight while I slept. To be honest, I'm on the heavier side, and I'm fighting against the scale every night. It's never done any good, and if Senpai says something like,
さくら、割と気痩せするタイプだったんだ。
he would never say that. I'll faint, so it'll be great if I found to lose some weight. You're not even... Sakura! You're not even... It's fine.
先輩
Feel amazingly refreshed, and the world looks different just by walking around. My body's so light. Air tastes good. My heartbeat feels so warm. It's a feeling of freedom, as if the poisons in me were taken out. The worm grandfather implanted within me, the black mud entangling in my heart, the dream stuck in my mind. Everything disappeared and...
ねえ先輩
This is not okay. I hate this. I don't... There's no one here. The hallway's always quiet.
先輩先輩
There's no one here. Warm sunlight.
先輩先 もしかしてかくれんぼですか？
Stop it. This game. Please stop. I'm gonna go fucking insane. I'm gonna go insane. Stop. There's no one here. A cool breeze.
あれ、おかしいな。先輩は隠れてる。
No way. It's impossible for nobody to be here. Because that was just a bad dream. Yeah, that's all it was just a bad dream. But the last time I saw him, his body was breaking apart.
違う。嘘。嘘ですよね、先輩。
Yes, it has to be a lie. A body that wasn't human. There's no way he can move with that body, so he should be waiting for me somewhere around here.
先輩。先輩。
But the date I saw in the living room was spring, huh? 10 days since that event, the end of February. The beginning of spring. I know, Sakura. So sorry. I fought on my knees. I understand everything now. No, I knew at the moment I woke up, but I pretended not to notice.
やだ。出てきて。出てきてください、先輩。
Oh my god.
私だけ。私だけなんてできない。先輩。先輩と一緒じゃないとダメなんです。先輩。先輩。先輩。
My mind whites out. I feel like I'm about to break, but I can't. All I can do is cry. That's all. I'm a coward and a crybaby, and I don't know how else to make up for it. So I can't even appreciate the fact that I'm alive. That's the end of the long winter. I'm freed from the chains that bound me for 11 years. But I lost my only guide. They're gonna end the game with the cherry blossoms.
すごく強情なんだな、さくらは。正直甘く見てた。
Don't flash back to Shirou, please. Boy bluntly said this, an amazed expression and a deep sigh. She was prepared for that. Girl associated herself with the boy knowing that she was going to be hated. But somewhere in her mind was a thought that she didn't want to be hated by the boy, and at the same time.
その前にやり直さないと。さくらに世話をかけるんだから、俺の方からお願いしなくちゃダメだ。よろしくな、さくら。怪我が治るまで手伝いをしてもらうさ。
As she watched him cough to hide his embarrassment, she wanted to value that thought. It's spring.
ようやく一段落ついたわね、さくら。
Yeah, we can settle down. You know, Shirou's gone, but you know, we can settle down. It's fine.
教会の調査も終わったし、綺麗な後釜はいい人だし、私たちはお咎めなしだし。
So I guess Kira just fucking died. Great.
これ一応ハッピーエンドじゃない？
Aesan's strong. She was more sad than I was. She got her energy back as spring
と
arrived.
ころでさ、さくら、私の家に来ない？マトウペを引き払うならうちに来た方が何かと楽でし
At
ょ。
least they have each other, right? At least that. I appreciate her concern. I've always dreamed of being able to live with Aesan in her house. I can't bear spending the night by myself. And I don't know what'll happen to me after Aesan goes home today. But that's why it's even more important to grow up.
そっか。 さくらは一人でやっていくのね。じゃあ無理には誘わないわ。卒業するまではうちにいるから、休日くらいは遊びに来なさい。
Before heading home, Asan tells me she'll be waiting for my visit. It must have been caught in her hair when she came here. Pink flower petal flutters to the— Are you fucking kidding me? Is that the Sakura petal? Is the Sakura petal?
Mm. もしかしてさくら、料理するの初めてか？
Stop it, please. I can't handle anymore. Please, game, I can't handle anymore. It wasn't true, but I wasn't skilled enough to say how I was good at it. I read a lot of books before I came here, and I'd had my share of cooking classes. But I was really, really scared of having someone eat something I'd made.
そういうことはないです。簡単なお料理くらいはできます。
いや、そうじゃなくてだな。まあ、習うより慣れろか。よし、基本から入ろう。はい、暑いから覚悟してな。
Basics. It turned out to be rice balls. We made them together. I thought he was making fun of me. I sulked a bit. When I looked up, I saw he was serious, and I couldn't get mad at him. Yeah, because she still believes that everyone's gonna look down at her, everyone's gonna hate her.
じゃ、交換。俺のあげるから、さくらのおにぎりをいただきます。
So sweet. He ate the rice balls I just made. He ate something I made and thanked me for the meal. I don't know what he wanted to teach me, but I felt less awkward starting the next day, and I wanted him to eat my meals again. Spring.
本当にいいの、さくらちゃん。さくらちゃんが管理人になってくれるのは助かるけど、その
How the hell did they explain Shirou's disappearance to her? How much more money than I expected when I sold the mansion. It's more than enough to maintain in this house. I went and asked Fujimura-sensei's father to give me the right to the land, making sure I can keep this house.
そこまで思ってくれるのは嬉しいけど。ねえ、さくらちゃん。シロはもう帰って。
I just shake my head. Fujimura-sensei shrugs.
この家はあなたに任せるわ。
We have this house to remember Shirou by. Yay. And leaves the house with a motherly smile. I recall a painful memory.
さくら、このゴタゴタが終わったら、どこか遠くに行こう。今までどこかに遊びに行くとかなかっただろ？たまには遠出して騒ぐのもいい。
In dead seriousness, he said there's nowhere we can't go if we put our minds to it. He smiled since he was so pure.
よし、じゃあ約束だ。さくらの体が治って、このゴタゴタが終わったら。
Yes, the promises. It's spring. I think I haven't seen someone for a while now. Her denial is so terrifying. It's so sad. It's painful to be alone. My memories keep looping in my head, and I want to turn the power off. It's fortunate that I don't miss people, but then why?
当然だろう。奪ったからには責任を果たせ。
Oh, great. Yes, I have to do something. It's painful to be by myself. to be with others, but I have to do something I can. I don't know how I can atone. Can't think of anything I can do for others. So this will be for myself. I'll grow one flower every year for the promised day. It's spring. I'm getting used to being alone. It's getting fun to be with others. Are we just passing the years? Like, oh my god, are you serious? Every time she says it's spring, it's another year. It's another year. But it's still scary. Talking to someone makes it feel like the whole world is condemning me as punishment.
けど守る。これから桜に問われるすべてのことから桜を守るよ。たとえそれが偽善でも好きな相手を守り通すことをずっと理想に生きてきたんだから。
He's really selfish. I think it's the worst when he says whatever he wants and doesn't actually protect me. So I'm not gonna forgive him. I'm gonna tell him a lot of selfish things to bother him. But I'll forgive him. He says it's hypocrisy, but his words alone calm me down so much. He's irresponsible, but I love him, and he loves me. It's spring. Oh, the flowers. Oh my god, this hurts. This hurts. It's spring. It's spring. It's spring. No one comes here. I'm not sad. But I'm waiting so calmly for the spring that I sometimes doubt my sanity. I'm not sad because I have certainty. I believe I'll be compensated for all my pains. But there's one worry.
遅いな、先輩。これじゃ私、おばあちゃんになっちゃいますよ。
She keeps believing that he'll come home. That he'll come home. That he'll come home one of these years. I hope I can be healthy until that day. It's spring. I haven't been able to move my body to my satisfaction recently. I go out into the yard and sprinkle water like always.
先生、手伝いに来ましたよ。
My student comes. Oh, she's old now! Oh my god! A student came and asked for instructions even though I taught myself and don't have one skill. It's Osaka's new heir is a good girl, just like Nason. The lights are scattered. I sit in my usual rocking chair and stare at the yard.
ああ、先生、寝ないでくださいね。終わったら昔の話聞かせてもらうんですから。
I can't take it anymore. 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 Why? Oh my god. That's something that's fun for me too. I can only recall words now, but words become stories, repeating the good old days.
笑った。私、先生の笑顔好きだな。
Grandma
うちの子よくばあさんと違って
Tosaka.
すごい美人なんだもの。
She waited for Shirou to come home every year. Sun's warm. Time passes by gently and sometimes like torture. I keep planting seeds for the promised day, Flowers of redemption. I'll wait for spring here until I'm absolved. Oh, she's growing her own Sakura garden. I can't take it anymore. And it's spring again. She lived a good life. She atoned for her sins, planted her own cherry blossom garden, and waited for Shirou to come home every year. Years are long as the blink of an eye. I close my eyes and open them. The hill is covered with cherry blossoms. The boy, appearing just like he was before, is waving his hand on the familiar hill road. And that's the end. I hate this. I hate it. Noriko Shitaya and Noriaki Sugiyama. Fucking 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 voice actors. I can't believe it. I can't believe that the end of Heaven's Feel would be this fucking painful. I can't. I don't know what to say. That was a beautiful story. That was a beautiful, beautiful story. I loved it. I loved this game. I loved this game so much. There's a lot left to do, I know, but I finished Heaven's Feel. Easily the worst. Easily the hardest route to deal with because of the pain. I can't. And goodbye, Emiya Shirou. Goodbye, Sakura. Can't believe she lived to old age and she grew her own cherry blossom garden. And to know that she probably died shortly after that, after seeing Shirou waving at her, the boy that she loved, that she waited for, the promised day. She waited for it every year, every spring, because he promised her. He promised her. This is the most painful title screen change. I hate it. I can't deal with it anymore. I can't. But what do you mean, normal ending? The fuck? Oh. Normal end? That means there's a true end. Cherry Blossom's Dream is the hardest fucking ending I've ever had to read. Apparently there's a true end. Apparently. I don't know how it's gonna get any better than that in terms of what the fuck did I just click on? I look through all these pictures. Still have a shitload left. What? That is so many left. Oh wow, we almost have all the other pictures. We're missing 2. That's awesome. There's a lot of content left, I guess, but... Thanks everyone for watching this episode of Let's Play Heaven's Feel. Thank you for sticking by me to the end of this video. We still have to get the other ending, the bad endings, and the UBW ending. Nothing can really express the amount of sorrow and pain that I have in my heart right now, but thanks for watching. Sorry. This is probably the most emotional I've ever gotten on a video, and that's saying something. I have a headache. I can barely breathe through my nose right now. My eyes burn. My chest hurts. But in and of it all, this was a beautiful story. As painful as it was a beautiful story. With a beautiful ending. But... thanks for watching, guys. Join me next time where we get the other ending. And then other episodes after that. Thanks, thank you. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Sorry you had to deal with that. Thanks for watching.